We gotta get into Beau Demayo. What was going on with him in X-Men '97? So you remember I told you
I'd have cursed you out for that regardless of if I was drinking champagne or not. I'm from New York.
See, but you took something that I wasn't even. The playback is gonna look crazy for you on that. But Beau Demayo was the showrunner for X-Men '97. And remember I told you he got fired like right before the first episode even came out.
Yeah, and you said he was like tweeting.
Yeah, he was tweeting through the entire show, but that was like some stuff that he had to get contractually approved.
What was he tweeting about?
This is about the show itself, like inspirations and like where things came from. And
he was like, in this,
and he was
guys,
like, yeah, basically he was doing like setting things up, like, oh, this is gonna be important later. Pay attention to this. Like he was doing, showrunner stuff, but really like, he was probably more aggressive than you see most showrunners are. Usually they have little spots that they do this. He was every week. He was doing this thing, but normally they have that behind the scenes type of stuff that comes out.
Yeah,
like you watch Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
and stuff.
with House of the Dragon.
So since he couldn't do that, he did that with
Twitter.
On Twitter. So it came out like there was so many theories on like why would, after he just did this great show that's been so revered by everybody, and also even got a second season set up for it, why would they let him go? So like first thing came out was like he had an OnlyFans. That was like one of the big theories, but it wasn't sexual OnlyFans.
Okay. I was like, this nigga was showing booty hole.
But it wasn't like nothing like sexual about it. They just said it was just like something he had on OnlyFans.
Well, that's not a...
Then like a whole bunch of other little stories here and there came out. My theory was, and I guess this could be the progressive I am in my heart or whatever, I thought this was an example of a super confident black man who's gay, who's just not afraid. He's gay. And who's not afraid to express that, that's who he is. So I thought maybe that kind of rubbed people a long way. And maybe that had something to do with it. Like maybe he was being brash in a way that we would let a heterosexual man be and not really say too much. But because he was gay, it got a little more pushback. Okay, but that's not what happened.
Okay. So I was like, maybe we only have your theories to go off of. But yeah, tell me what actually happened.
The leading allegation so far right now that's been reported, and this has come from Disney, that he did some egregious actions. What they have come to find out, what they say the egregious action was one was he was physically and verbally abusive on set to people that he was working with.
Okay.
In regards to that.
Physically and verbally?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Damn, he was smacking niggas on set?
Probably throwing stuff around, things like that. He may not have actually had hit nobody, but if I throw something in your direction or,
Apparently that's physical abuse.
It is. Yeah, it is. Silly. But because it's a woman, it's not a thing. But so no, they said that he was sending pictures of himself. So a lot of times showrunners and people who are working on these shows, they will send use themselves as art sometimes and like maybe draw themselves so that there's a template for the characters that people are working on. Mm-hmm. They were saying he was doing like sexual poses and dressing up like the characters and giving pictures out to the people for them to be, that would be their
X-Men characters.
Yeah, like he was like wearing, basically one of the things he posted actually recently was like,
he was like in Wolverine and the claws was opening up the booty hole.
No, it was he was Cyclops and he had the tights on and the little vest thing, but he didn't have no clothes on, so he was naked, ripped up, and he had a picture of him looking like Cyclops.
Okay, but he could do that.
No, that's one of the reasons why they got upset. Was Disney didn't like that. So this is why another reason why
he couldn't have just taken that down.
Well, he could have, but this is another reason why Disney is kind of super duper protective about this. So the first dude who did X-Men, Bryan Singer, he has a lot of nasty shit on his record. I think he's also a gay man too. I'm sorry if I'm wrong about that, but he has a lot of nasty shit on his record. And so the thing about with him is he kind of sullied the name of all the X-Men films because of the way his contract was set up. He had to have his name on every X-Men movie. So I think what was going on was that they didn't want this to happen again with this new property and being so sensitive, where it's like, you got these allegations, you sending pictures of yourself to people who's working there. They also say he was groping some of the young male cast members and stuff like that, getting physical with them.
Is this like...
This is what the allegations are.
Okay.
So these are the allegations that he said he's going to be more to be, revealed, and he's going to talk about, more about it on his end. But that's what's being said there right now. So I felt bad when I'm like, dang, man, I'm thinking about to defend this brother. I'm going to come up here. Oh, y'all hating on the gay man because he confident, because he ain't afraid to fuck a nigga in the ass and look you in the eye. But it's like, nah, this nigga out here acting wild. Like, nigga out
that
here,
was wild. I wasn't expecting that to come out of his mouth at all.
That nigga's aggressive. He one of them kind of gays. He one of them gays that's gonna put his hand on you and be like, "Hey, you sure? You all right?
You don't want that?
You remember?
Oh my God, that was disgusting.
That was wild. But, you remember on the game?
I didn't even have a person on me, and I felt disgusted by that.
You remember when on the game when the big offensive lineman?
Yes, with Malik.
Malik, yeah.
I remember that vividly.
I feel like that's the kind of time he was on. That's the kind of game man he came off like me. Like he'll pay some Jay Holiday and try to